Well, good morning. I look out into the audience, and I got to be honest, I'm really jealous of some of the mustaches. I tried to do the Movember thing, man cancer, and I ended up just having to stay away from 500 feet of all schools because I looked a little bit creepy. First off, I'd like to thank Michael and all the sponsors for providing this opportunity for us all to get together and share our craft today. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Importance of mentorship and sharing that craft. We ask why. The term mentor, let it soak all in. The term mentor comes from an ancient Greek god that had a best friend named Mentor. He actually asked his friend to take care of his son as he went off to war and prepare him to be the next king in case he didn't come back home. And I think that that's our job, everyone in this room, to prepare that next generation of firefighter coming into the fire service. What I see happening right now in the fire service is we have the how and why generation coming in through our door. No longer is it good enough for us to stand there and tell them, just do it because I told you to do it. We have to actually show them how and why. If we fail to do those things, they're going to go find their information somewhere else. We actually have some of the most educated firefighters coming in our front doors right now. So they have the history, they have the ability to go find that information somewhere else. Where are they finding it? What's flashy? All right, they're looking at Facebook, they're looking at YouTube, and they're finding a lot of great information in these sites, but they're only seeing a piece of that pie. So let's talk about Vent or Search for a second. This is a good example. We can go to YouTube, type in Vent or Search. Great tactic, works well if you know how to deploy it. But the problem here is the new firefighter doesn't see the big picture. We need to take those opportunities to teach them that big picture. It's pretty easy to watch the video, see the guy, open the window, sound the floor, jump in, go to your isolation point, search away from that, jump out the window, go to the next one. And we hope that that firefighter's first time trying that tactic isn't the first time he's trying that tactic. But what's he missing? Has he been taught to size up that building, know the building construction, know where the seat of the fire is, know what the smoke's doing? How many crews are on his alarm card coming to back him up once he goes in that window? Those are those pieces that we have to take the opportunities to mentor our guys. Here's some of the pitfalls that we're dealing with trying to build that mentorship mentality within our fire stations. When I started in the fire service, we had more of a communal environment in the firehouse. We had common bunk rooms without the luxury of a CPAP to the guy snoring next to you. In the day room, senior guy had the remote. He was the one choosing the channels, and we all had to sit there and watch whatever he watched. I watched a lot of Andy Griffith early in my career. What do we see now? All of our fire stations have individual bedrooms, a little place of sanity that we can go hide and isolate ourselves from the rest of the crew, and the ability to have those camaraderie opportunities. If we are in the day room, senior guy might still have the remote and the TV's on, but if you don't like what's on that TV, you whip out your iPad, your phone, and you immerse yourself in your own thing. Again, breaking that barrier for the opportunity to share our craft and share our information with our other guys. So ideas that I have to help you with that, or that have worked well for me. Take an opportunity to have a community meal. Turn the TV off. Have that opportunity to talk about those things. Maybe put that YouTube video of the Vent or Search up on the TV, and you guys watch it, and you talk as a crew of some of the pitfalls and the bigger picture stuff to better hone in that new firefighter's skill set. I believe that we do a great job with our rookie firefighters. Almost every fire department represented here today has some sort of recruit academy, probationary process that this person is followed up with, mentored along the way, and made sure that they're a quality, competent, safe firefighter before and after they hit the floor. But each promotable position gets watered down. We look at company officers. A lot of organizations, the first time that guy's riding that right seat is the first time he's riding the right seat. And the only reason he's riding that right seat is because he did a really good job in a bunch of simulations that his department provided for him, and he tested well. I find that pretty dangerous. One of my mentors provided a great example that paramedics are given an opportunity to go through school, a clinical, ambulance ride time, and they're ready to go when they hit the floor, hopefully. Maybe they just have to learn your organization's way of doing things. But on the flip side of that, the company officer really doesn't have to do many of those things. And maybe he's just the senior guy that promoted. Maybe he's the guy that had the Bachelor's Degree. I'm sure a lot of your organizations are dealing with that now, that there's just such a high education requirement that it's reducing the number of candidates going in for those positions. The last time I checked, paramedic, which I have been one for 20 years, is only in charge of one person at a time. Yet a company officer is in charge of a lot. And we need to prepare these people. Unfortunately, the most watered down position in the fire service as far as mentorship goes is the fire chief. And that's pretty scary. There's not many fire departments out there right now that I've found and that I've seen that have a really good succession plan planning for that next fire chief to get them to sit that seat. And they're the ones leading our organization. So some of those things need to change. I don't have the exact answer, but we all need to work together to try to find some of those ideas and help our fire service to get back to that communal environment that we're mentoring and passing on that craft. Courage and influence. The big thing here is whether you're the mentor or the mentee, we need to have courage. As the mentor, we need to have courage to say the hard things to people. A lot of times, guys are afraid to tell their partner, their company officer, the new guy, how to do it right. Maybe because they don't feel it's their job. Maybe they're worried about a lawsuit. Maybe they're worried about the family being broken at the station and somebody's feelings getting hurt. But unfortunately, as we've even heard already today, we have to trust our gut, and we have to be ready to help those people succeed in any way, shape, or form. As the mentee, we have to have the courage to accept the information that's given to us. Sometimes that's hard. I'm currently finishing up my graduate program in management and leadership, and my first project paper in that class was to do a self-assessment on my leadership and management skill set. One of the resources I utilized was a confidential survey to past coworkers and present coworkers. As I started to read through the responses, some of the things really hit me hard, and it was hard to swallow of how some people felt about my skill set and my abilities as a leader and a manager. And while that was hard for me to understand, and I almost went through the stages of grieving, it allowed me to see a common pattern there. They were being honest. And I needed to take the opportunity to take that information and change some behaviors on my standpoint to make myself a better leader. I had to have the courage to accept those things to be able to move forward. One of the things that has been so beneficial to me in my career has been the theory of building a network like you guys are all doing today. Hopefully you're reaching out to other people. You're finding out issues within their organizations, and you're building that outside network, outside your own organization. The one up, one down theory. My one down is a local company officer outside my organization that will call my bluff. He's open and honest. I can reach out to him. I can bring up an idea. If I want to change something on my shift, I can run it by him first, and he can tell me, yeah, that's a great idea, man, or they're going to castrate you if you try to do something like that. And it can help me to rethink that idea. My one-up. I have a lot of one-ups, and that changes all the time. And I strongly recommend you seek out those rock stars. My one-ups consist of somebody that's great in personnel management, somebody that's great in fire operations and tactics and strategy, somebody that's really good at policy making and the political climate, and budgetary concerns. And I can reach out to those people as I try to build my network and my base knowledge for when I'm ready for my next promotable position. I strongly suggest, as you look for your one up and one down, that you seek somebody outside your organization. They'll give you more honest feedback, and you can be more real with them as well. We all know how the fire service is, that we phone a friend, phone a firefighter. That if we show some of our weaknesses within the workplace, sometimes that can come back to bite us. So I found that by reaching out to the outside, it has definitely helped me to build my network. My final sales pitch. We need to speak our message, we need to live it, and we need to inspire others. We need to take those opportunities to train. We need to take those opportunities to reach out to the guy that we see might need some help. We need to see the best in these people, expect the best from them with clearly defined expectations. It's an amazing thing with human nature. We want to be held accountable. Even the guy that pushes back the hardest wants a clear, defined expectation because it will only help him and it'll make his day a little bit clearer for himself. We want to encourage that best at every opportunity. And overall, we want to have the courage to pass on our craft, share our information, and better prepare tomorrow. Thank you.